What's up, DJs? DJ Jovanovski, J&S Entertainment here, getting ready to leave for my Labor Day gig. Figured I'd do a little gig log today. I don't typically do that, but I am ready to go, and it's Labor Day, and I have an event at Anthony's Ocean View Fine Catering in New Haven for Lewis and Miranda. Really looking forward to that. Didn't have any other gigs this weekend, so I'm looking forward to this one. This is going to be a good one. I'll give you a little overview of where I am right now. It is 8:30 in the morning here on Monday, and all of my gear was prepped and ready to go last night, but here's a little overview of what we've got going on. All right, so here we are. The car is loaded. I've got my water, got to stay hydrated. I've got my gig bag. In there I've got 2 laptops, 2 iPads, and a USB stick, all synchronized backups across all devices for all my key songs and key playlists. Got my suit, my preferred. I'm wearing my suit pants and just a button-down dress shirt with my logo. For my suits, I prefer the Joseph A. Bank Traveler series. They're like stretchy. They look nice, and oh, sorry about the focus there. They look nice and they're stretchy. My white shirt, so they're very comfortable. They breathe. They're made for guys who are traveling businessmen. So. Very nice. Very important to look nice at a wedding. You know, somebody's most important day. You want to respect them and make sure you look as good as they do. Packed into this little car, I've got my 2 QSC 18-inch subs. I've got my 2 Chauvet Spot Duos. Back here, I've got my 2 cable bags and gig bags, a couple of speakers, my controller case, my Crane 750 cart, and my JBL Eon 1 Pro for my ceremony. Everything's been checked and double checked. In the morning, I'm just checking one more time. So here we go. I'm off to Anthony's. So I've just pulled out of my street. It is exactly 8:32 in the morning. Like I said, I'm on my way to Anthony's Ocean View Fine Catering, which is really a great place to work. This is kind of a smallish wedding today. I think it's right around 150 people. And like I said earlier, it's for Lewis and Miranda, a really cool couple. I met them about a year ago. We had one meeting in my office, and they were so cool. They pretty much hired me on the spot. In fact, they gave me a $500 cash deposit. And that was it. We've had little interaction ever since. I've reached out to them several times, and about 2 weeks prior, which is what it says on my contract, they gave me my wedding planner forms back, and in almost every area where you fill out requests, they just wrote "up to you." The only requests they gave me was what they wanted played during the ceremony, because it is an on-site ceremony near the outdoor waterfall today at Anthony's. They gave me what they wanted for their wedding party and bridal party introduction, as well as their first dance and parent dances. Unfortunately, for the cake cutting, their request was the bride cuts the cake. Now, I had to check my digital library to make sure I even still had that song, so I think I'm going to work on them for that when we get to the venue during dinner, and see if I could get them to choose something that's not so ancient and antiquated. But it should be a fun time. It's interesting because, you know, some clients completely overprogram the DJ, inundate us with requests, and they gave me virtually none other than the songs I just mentioned, parent dances and cake cutting and whatnot. So in some respects that's wonderful, and in other respects it makes me a little nervous, because when I talked to them just yesterday for the final time before the big day, I said, do you have any concerns? You know, is there any last minute special requests you need? And they said, no, we trust you. We read your reviews. You come very highly recommended. So, you know, just do your thing. And I was like, that's great. So I'm on my way, and I'm really looking forward to having a great day. I guess I'll be there right around 9 o'clock. That gives me probably just a little over 2 hours before guest arrival. The wedding ceremony itself is at 11:30, so I always anticipate the first guests arriving about a half an hour before the wedding ceremony, which will be 11. I think 2 hours for this event is plenty of time for load-in. I just hope that Anthony's is open when I get there. If not, I may be waiting at the door with a loaded cart. So we'll see how that goes. Talk to you in a bit. All right, the cart is loaded. Got a couple of 18s, my controller, some lights, speakers, gig bag, cable bags, my drink, and of course my suit so I'm not wrinkled when I'm setting up. So one side is now connected and up and running. We've got the custom-made cables. Go down the sub-pole, connect there, running over here underneath my rig. There's my power out and speaker out. Now I got to do the other side. Alright, I am completely set up. It is 9:45, so that wasn't so bad. I've got a speaker tower here with a couple of movers. Nice neat wiring. Goes through here. I'll tape those down in a little bit. Everything plugs into central command here. Power in, power out. Got my 2 laptops, one running lights. That also has Tractor on it as a backup to this running Serato. In here we've got a couple of mics, combiner. That's an IEM to go out if I was doing remote speakers. And then over here we have the same thing. Nice neat hookup all the way up to the top. And everything is working good. So I'm done inside. Like I said, it's 9:45. Guests won't be here for an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm going to load my cart back out to the car, throw that in the back. So that's nice and hidden away. Go set up my ceremony system. Then with a little luck, I will have about 45 minutes, 30-45 minutes to relax, cool down. I'll get dressed into my proper wedding attire and be ready for the guests outside. Okay, this is our setup for the beach ceremony. So the question now is where to set up. I think I'm going to do something I almost never do for an event like this, and that's shoot from the back. I don't like shooting from the back, but I don't like putting my speaker in sand either. So unless I shoot from that walkway over there, diagonally across, as you can see, it's not a very big wedding. I think it's going to be fine shooting from the back. I'll have my antennas up high enough. I'll fill you in on what I decide. This is a last-minute change, by the way. The instructions on my deck sheet say that the wedding is in front of the waterfall, and clearly the wedding is on the beach. We are set up and ready to go for ceremony. This is where cocktail hour is going to be. Sounds like they have nice house music going out here, so I'm not sure whether they're going to shut that off or whether I'll provide the cocktail music for them. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. And I am done. It is... So we've got a little bit of confusion here. Groom just arrived. I went and talked to him, told him we're all set up on the beach. And he said, whoa, whoa, whoa. We're supposed to be set up in the garden in front of the waterfall. And there's an anniversary party that's about to happen here that is set up in the garden in front of the waterfall. So, not sure how this is going to play out, but I'm just happy that I'm still here quite early and can easily move my main PA system for the ceremony. We'll see how this goes. Okay, there was a little bit of confusion, and we are moving. We are moving to a completely separate area. It is in front of another waterfall down on the end. So, beautiful spot. That's the waterfall we're going to get married in front of. We're moving chairs now. Love this place. So when I first set up, those chairs weren't there. They were set up after. And they're moving them into here, and the bride and groom will be happy. And now I'm gonna go get my clothes on. All right, bathroom selfie. I'm in the bathroom about to get changed into my nice clothes. That was a crisis that was averted. Staff wanted to say that that setup on the beach was from last night, and it was not. They were moving chairs. Here we are about 30 minutes prior to guest arrival. I'm gonna get changed, head back out, put on some prelude music, and we'll check in again. All right, and here we have the finished product. I've got my nice white pressed shirt on. Shout out to Lighthouse Cleaners in Old Saybrook, full service dry cleaning plant. They do all of my laundry, make sure my suits are looking good for every show. That's a shameless self-promotion. My wife owns Lighthouse Cleaners in Old Saybrook, so I get my dry cleaning done for free. Anyway, I'm back out to put my jacket on and then head outside and put some prelude music on. guests are starting to arrive. There's prelude music playing. I've already got the Efficient mic'd up. That mic has been tested, scanned, rescanned now that I had to move. And that's ready to go. I've got prelude music playing. And as soon as the first look picture's over, I'm going to mic up the groom. Alright, we're about 5 minutes before the wedding ceremony is supposed to start. I've got prelude music playing. It seems like there's quite a few guests that are not here yet, so we're just in a holding pattern. I've got enough prelude music set up in that playlist to go for 45 minutes more. If not, there's more playlists on that iPad. So we are set up, ready to go. We're just waiting on guests, and then we'll begin this wedding ceremony. Wish me luck. Clouds are getting dark, and we've got an outdoor wedding ceremony and an outdoor cocktail hour. So hopefully this holds off until after cocktail hour is over, but we shall see.
Present.
Know that my love is
Present.
present,
Even when I'm not.
even when I'm not.
I'm Miranda.
I'm Miranda.
Take you, Lewis.
Take you, Lewis,
To be my husband.
to be my husband.
I will love you
I will love you
and honor you,
and honor you
respect
and respect
and cherish you
and cherish you
all the days of my life.
all the days of my life.
Where this ring is a sign
Where this ring is a sign
of our promise today.
of our promise today.
Know that my love is present
Know that my love is present
even when I'm not.
even when I'm not.
We are now going to celebrate Miranda and Lewis's union with a symbolic sand ceremony. Let me step out of the way. Now there will be no loneliness, for each of you will be companion to the other. Now that you have given yourselves in marriage in front of all who are assembled here today, it is with great joy that I pronounce you husband and wife. Lewis, you may kiss your bride. May I present Mr. and Mrs. Lewis Church?
Alright guys, that's a wrap on the ceremony. The cocktail hour is now in full swing. We did get a little bit of a sprinkle, but everybody took cover for just a few minutes and everything is going perfectly as planned. The ceremony was perfect. Cocktail hour will be running. I'm going to go inside, check out the main PA, make sure everything's up and running, ready to go for formal introductions, get those songs tracked up, and then I'll check back in a little bit. Hope there's no fire tonight. Alright, quick update. I'm sitting in my car right now. Cocktail hour has about 15 minutes left to go and it's raining out pretty hard. So I'm in my car, air conditioning, cooling down. My music's on autoplay for cocktail hour right now. A lot of people have started retreating to the ballroom. I've got music playing up in the ballroom. That's on autoplay. Looks like people are being escorted inside with umbrellas. I'm going to go back out to the cocktail area, probably break down that speaker a few minutes early, stow that away in my car, and head on up to the main lounge. That's where we are right now. Alright guys, so I'm all loaded out, packed up in the car. My gig is over. It is 5:38. This show ended at 5, so it took me exactly 38 minutes to completely break down, unload, break down, load my cart, get my cart back out to the car, and load it up in the car. So that's good. That's a little better than how long it took me to set up here this morning. I'm hot and tired. This has been a long day. I've been up since 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning, and here it is 5:30 this evening. So 12 hours. That's about average what I put in for a day on a wedding day. From the minute I get up, I'm thinking about that wedding, what I'm going to wear, how I'm going to perform, what I'm going to say. This wedding turned out to be a little bit smaller than I remember the bride and groom telling me. I would say it was definitely less than 100 people, maybe 75, 85, I'm guessing, I'm not sure. I wish I could have recorded more of me emceeing and doing the introductions and all of that, but like I said earlier in this video, I didn't have a second today, so I didn't have anybody that could hold the camera. Shout out to Billy Mizuka, just walking by. He was loading into the room. Billy from Local Motion, he was loading into the room as I'm loading out. Billy's another longtime DJ, been in this business as long as I have, 25 plus years, 30 years, something like that. It's always good to run into guys in the industry you know that have been around for a long, long time that you know are going to do a great job for their customers, and Billy is definitely one of those guys. So he's doing the evening show, I got the day show. Had a good time, and I'll put this video together and that'll be a wrap. I'm on my way home to spend the rest of my evening with my wife and kids. See you soon. One last thing, if you like this gig log video, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll start doing this every weekend. This is really my first one doing a gig from start to finish, so I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. But if you like this, please click subscribe and hit that bell, and that way every time I post a new video, which I'm planning on doing a lot more of, you'll be notified. Thanks guys, bye-bye.